Welcome to Full Throttle Films. My name is Mike, and today I'm going to be doing some powder coating. I'm going to be powder coating the foot pegs from my motorcycle, and my plan is to take you all through the process of how I go about powder coating. So I'm a really big fan of powder coat. I've been using it for a few years now, and I'm going to show you how we're going to take these busted, beat old pegs and we're going to make them look like this. And if you don't know a lot about powder coating, I'll try to introduce you all to some things that I've learned about it and what's good about it as we go about powder coating these pegs today. Now I have this brand new sandblaster that I've just tested once, and I'm having a little bit of an issue with the sand flow, but it just means that it's going to blast a little bit slower. Other than that, this machine from Eastwood is working excellent. So let's go ahead and jump right in. We're going to be taking these foot pegs off of my 2003 CR250, and we're going to go from there. One more thing I want to say is that I have Cerakoted foot pegs before, but this will be my first time powder coating foot pegs. But what I've learned about powder coat is it's extremely durable, and I think it's going to hold up really well on foot pegs. So here are the pegs that we need to take off, and depending if I really like the color that we use today, which is called Gonze, it's a dark bronze gold, which I think is going to match these wheels that we have here. It might be a little bit darker than this gold, but we're gonna see, and if I really like the color, I'm going to be powder coating these foot pegs as well, because this one's all beat up. So I'm gonna try to bang it out straight and powder coat those. And if not in gold, I will just use another color, maybe black. All right, let's get to work. On the right-hand side of your motorcycle, you may have to remove the rear brake pedal bolt and reposition the brake lever out of the way so that you can remove the foot peg pin. Okay, now that we have the foot pegs removed, I'm going to be cleaning all of the hardware, and I'm going to be cleaning up these foot pegs the best that I can before putting them into the sandblaster, because all of the dirt and grime is going to contaminate the sand. So it's best to get as much of the grime off as you can, and the sandblaster is going to remove everything else. So let's take this stuff over and get it washed. All right, this is the fun part, sandblasting. With my new unit. Alright, here we have the foot pegs blasted. They are looking beautiful. I love the way they look right before we coat them. So the next thing I'm going to do is spray these down with some paint prep, and they will be ready to get coated. So while I have those foot pegs baking out, I'm going to show you what powders we're going to be using. So we're actually going to be using two different powders and doing two coats. The first coat we're going to do is with this polished aluminum. So this is a base coat, and it's going to leave a very shiny looking finish. which we will cover with this Gonze. This is a brassy dark gold, so it should look really nice on top of this. And it would be even better if I was putting a clear coat on top of these two, but I don't have any clear coat, so we're just gonna do these two coats. But even without a clear coat, from my experience, I've found that the color holds up really well, and this paint is super durable. Okay, so the parts are all done being baked out. They look ready to go, and I'm going to be hanging them over here. So I sold my old setup that I used to hold the rack, and today I will be trying this tie-down method. So it's only dumb if it doesn't work, but I'm gonna try to hang the rack right there, and I'll hook it up with my powder coating gun and shoot it right here. So I'm working on getting a better setup. I'll have another canopy here, and I'm having an oven built that's massive. I'll be able to do a full motorcycle frame inside of it, so that's coming soon. But for now, I'm still using this little oven, and I don't have a rolling cart to paint yet, but that will come soon. So like my sandblaster, I also really like the Eastwood powder coating gun that they have. I've been using this for a couple years now. So this is what you're gonna need. All right, I am ready to powder coat. So got a respirator. You definitely need to wear one of these, even if you're outdoors like me. And I recommend wearing some goggles as well. I don't have any right now, but one more tip. You want to fill this powder coat jug that hooks up to the gun at least halfway or 3/4 the way full. That's going to give you the best powder flow out. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out, and we're going to hang them up over there. So now that I have the parts in here starting to cure, I'm going to throw this attachment on my air compressor, and I'm going to blow off all of the excess powder from the first coat. That way it's clean and ready for the second coat. Okay, so check it out. This is what it looks like when the powder starts to flow out. So you can see it's shiny and it's melted out into almost a liquid. So that's what you want to see, and once you get to this point, it's going to be 10 minutes to cure. So these things are all done. Just need to let them cool down. Right now they're super hot, and woo, they're looking good. They're going to look even better when I pull them out. And this is just the first coat. Now we're about to shoot a transparent coat on top of them. Okay, these foot pegs have cured and they have cooled down to a good temperature. About 120, 130 degrees is what you're going to want to shoot the second coat on top, because that's going to help it stick. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these out of the rack, hang them up, and we're going to shoot that second coat. We'll be done. So here they are. This is the final result. It's a little bit darker than I expected. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be a true gold, but yeah, it's not quite the same as the wheels down here. Give you a little side by side. So it's definitely darker, but it's going to look really nice on the bike, and it's going to fit, because in the graphics here I have yellow and dark gold and gold, so it all flows. with the yellow shock spring and the gold bars and the gold wheels, and now we'll have these darker gold foot pegs. But you can see it's going to look really nice anyways. Nice enough that I decided I want to do the 450 pegs as well. To be honest, I'm not 100% happy with the coating that I did. It's a little bit light in spots, and that's because this part, I let it cool down a little too much and the powder just did not want to stick. So I'm going to try to do these 450 pegs and see if I can get a better result, just to give you guys the best possible example of how nice this powder coat can come out. So here we have my CRF 450R foot pegs that I went ahead and coated. I just wanted to see if I could get a better result, and I was able to get a lot more uniform of a finish. So these came out a little bit better, but I still had some issues, and what I can say is that this is the hardest color I've ever used as a coating. It just did not want to stick to the base coat, so I really struggled to get these perfect. In the past, I've had great luck with other colors, but I'm still learning and perfecting my techniques. Overall, these things look absolutely amazing, and I'm super excited to throw them on the bike.